All right, so we got two dads here, right? What does it mean to be a dad to you? How important is it? And how many kids do you have?
Well, I have one, and being a father to me is extremely important because of the obstacles and hurdles that we had to jump through to get to that point. With myself having my issues with being sterile initially, and then my wife with her having breast cancer, and us potentially not being able to have a child, that was kind of a setback for us, having us get through the things we got through to get to that point. To be told that you might not be able to have a child or have children, and then for us to go through the IVF process, in vitro process, to some degree, like 2 times technically, and for it to not work, but yet have faith as a foundation and that cornerstone, and to rely on that to actually end up having a child naturally is a blessing. That's why my wife and I, since his birth, 2018, have called him our miracle baby. Yep. And you know, for me, that's an important thing. And the funny thing is that they change you so much that you don't even realize it, because you have to look back at the things that you've done and the progression that you've made since becoming a father. And I'm sure, you know, Mike can attest to that, and Jason can as well. And then, you know, and I've looked at these guys because they did it at a young age. You know, Mike talks about his upbringing and things that he did and didn't have, but look at him now. And that's what having a kid at a young age. You know, same thing with Jason. So I think about myself in the same right, but it's different because I had to wait so long to get to that point. Yet I had these guys as examples, and they had it a lot harder than I did.
And then now I gotta look at all y'all three when I have mine.
Right, exactly. You're gonna be old, real old, like gray old, and have a baby, and you're gonna be looking
First
at me.
baby at 50.
Right, and you're gonna be looking at me, and I'm gonna be like, no, I get that.
Yeah. I'm gonna have y'all kids.
That was my plan, and it's still working to some extent. Because he was, you know, he was just over there at their house the other day. You know what I'm saying? So,
but no, when he was born, I had to come to the hospital. I just got off work. You hit me up.
Yep.
I was like, yo, I gotta see this miracle baby. Went straight to the hospital and saw him. That was dope.
J-Will was the first one to see my son. The very first one. And that was a good day, man. That meant a lot to me, bro. And to this day, it did.
Yeah.
Y'all whack. He came through. Now I know we all have stuff to do, but that definitely stuck with me, man. You know, it's just one of those things, like, you really don't know how much your children change you as far as like the impact they have on your life. Like I think I might have mentioned this the other day when we were talking, like, you know, our struggles with Wells Fargo, obviously, you know, just trying to keep that job, trying to retain that job, and then all the obstacles that came into play with us, you know, for myself being laid off twice from the job, and then having a relocation come at the end of it, yet me go on this path to be, you know, doing what I'm trying to do now. And looking back and realizing from the time my son was born, I've never worked at that company again. All those years of me fighting to be with that company, my son changed that for me. And I moved on to a whole other career, which is, you guys know, is panning out for me right now, and that's just a blessing. But I look at it as something I'm doing, but I look back and it's like, I kind of feel like my son had a lot to do with that.
I think when you have kids, it puts more hustle in your body.
Oh yeah,
like I have to get this done, but I got to make sure they're cool, because you already got a wife to take care of.
Yeah.
And then you got another extra amount to feed, and then it's like, okay, I got to take care of my whole family.
And it's in a holistic sense because it's all combined, you know, as far as taking care of him, but then taking care of her, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I think so.
So what about you, brother?
Repeat the question again.
What does it mean being a father to you?
The first thing that jumped out to me, man, is being present and physically being present.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing for me, because them seeing me around, especially right now, because we're going through the whole pandemic thing. I wake up with my kids and I go to sleep with my kids, so they see me 24 hours a day. They see when I'm high, when I'm low, as far as...
You see me high, you smoke right there.
No, how my day goes. I'm working a 9 to 5, and I'm also running a business from home, and so they get to see all my, for the most part, my emotions throughout the day, right? Whether I'm a little high, or I'm high, as far as excitement, or I'm upbeat, I'm up and downstairs, or I'm low because I'm busy and I just don't have time for quick conversations with them. They get to see that, but they understand. If dad's in the room, he's working, it's because he has to do this and he's making sure he's taking care of us. But that's the biggest thing, man, is being present, you know, being a good role model. I told you this the other day. I said, if any of my kids ever grow up talking about they got it out the mud, they're a damn lie. They never had to eat. They never went a day without eating. They never had to worry about shelter, clothes on their back, money in their pockets, none of that. So if you guys ever hear my kids talking about they got out the mud or they grew up struggling, slap the crap out of them, because that's a lie. I've worked too hard. My wife and I, we worked too hard, and we built a brand for our kids to be able to take it from myself and from us to the next level, and whatever that may be. But yeah, just being a good role model, showing them the right from the wrong, but also letting them teaching themselves the right from the wrong. My kids are book smart. They'll never have to be street smart because, you know, they grew up in the suburbs. But my job is to teach them a little bit about street smarts. These are certain people you want to stay away from. You see him over there, what he looks like, stay away from people like that, right? And then, and there's no stereotype, but certain people that may look like that may take you to a place that you're uncomfortable with, right? So be around people that not so much look like you, but are like-minded like you know. And those are the things that you can once you get to know a person, you can kind of dictate that, you know, but going back to what I said, just present, you know, being there, being a father figure, and helping them grow as men. I had to figure it out by myself.
Yeah.
But I think me not having a father was probably one of the better things, because all the things that I wanted from my father when he wasn't there, I make sure that they have while I'm here. So I've never missed a basketball game. I've never missed a birthday. I've never missed a school ceremony, or a graduation, or a promotion, or to help them pull their teeth out, change diapers. The little things that we take for granted are shit my dad took for granted. I ain't missed a beat. I ain't missed a step. So I think that would be my long answer.
And I seen that from all of y'all. So y'all always did y'all kids stuff. When your kids was playing football in Fontana, you go to all the practices, all the games, everything, always for your kids. And I admire that about all y'all with your kids and stuff. So I think we need more dads, more men like that to be in their kids' lives, because that's going to affect them for the rest of their life. No matter if you're 10 to 50 to 80, you're always going to remember if your dad was there or if your mom was there forever.
Yep. I think it goes a long way on both ends, and I think there's two sides to it, of course, because even if you aren't able to make those events, you probably outwork. You're probably out doing something you got to do to ensure that they're taken care of. Because I mean, I know I find myself in that position. You know, I used to have a 9 to 5, but now I work shifts where I'm gone 24, 48 hours, so at a time, sometimes longer. So it's finding that balance and, you know, trying to ensure that you're still putting the time and effort in the right places, because you got to compartmentalize what you're doing. So if I'm not at that game, or I'm not, you know, there for something, I'm obviously, the purpose is I'm trying to do something else, or I'm tied to something else. It's most likely taking care of my family, you know.
And even if you're not there in the present, you're still there doing whatever you need to do to take care of kids and support.
Because the thing is just not to ensure that you're not putting too much pressure on yourself to be at everything, to be everywhere. Because like it's almost, I'm not gonna say it's impossible, or it is impossible, but it's just something you just have to weigh out. You know, every person's situation is different, but you got to figure that out in reference to how you're gonna be there. And I'm, you know, and obviously it means holistically, overall, as far as how you're gonna be there for everything. So yeah, that's it.